All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Clarence Jackson. Very simple. As some of you haven't got the brochures, let me hand the brochures to you. The brochure is basically telling you about who I am and what I am.
Thank you.
I'm an ex-felon who cares. That's one of the best words I can give you. I took care of you beautiful people, right? I didn't get yours, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I was going to share her.
What I do, today I had kind of a skit to put together, and I like to be real about who I am. I enjoy every day getting out here, whether I'm working with gangs, whether I'm working with senior citizens, whether I'm working with troubled youth, about our veterans, about the seriousness of fraud. I went to prison for fraud. I didn't in any way try to change the direction. Let me move that. I'm gonna have to move back just a little bit more so I can.
Oh, we didn't go blow up?
No. No, I had to right in front of the camera.
Move that over.
Yeah,
That's what you want to do?
I'll grab it.
Oh, okay.
Good right there. Okay. And what I enjoy doing every day is getting out here giving people understanding about how fraud affected my life, the changes I had to make in my life to protect you. I'm 48 years old. I've been in jail 6 times for fraud. I know y'all stuck like, oh, but God has been in jail for murder.
Didn't learn.
No, fraud is a whole different element. It becomes an addiction. It becomes when you start thinking about other avenues of making a dollar. And how I got involved with it, I never was a malicious person. I never was a person who I felt that I was trying to take advantage of anyone. I just made bad decisions with bad people. But that's not why I'm here today to teach you about my mistakes. I'm teaching you about not to make these mistakes from people that I associated with or people that like myself. I want you to know the seriousness of fraud from getting that phone call from that guy that's like, oh, how you doing, Mr. President? You at the IRS scam? That's the biggest thing we got going on now, the IRS scams. You owe the IRS $2,000. If you don't give anybody about today, by 12, we're going to arrest you. How many people fell for that? And people sit up here and they say, oh, I'm too smart for that. There's a scam being created every 3 seconds in this country. Fraud. It is being affected. It has affected, it is the _1 thing out here now. The insurance companies that supply your medicines, the insurance companies that provide your services that you've paid millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars into, they can't keep up with the fraud. There's always a scam being created. The reason why I created my campaign, 2 campaigns I'm founded of. I have one called Take a Chance Against Fraud, and the other one is called Exfelon Who Cares. One is the reason why I created those foundations because I wanted to get people's attention. I want you to know who I am. I want you to know where is my direction, where am I going with my actions. I want you to know where am I going with the direction of fighting fraud. I am going to be commercials, TV, involved in myself. People say, why don't you put yourself out there? Well, I can't hide. I was on the wanted sign numerous times. I think a good 5 by 10. I look good. I just don't look good in stripes. People think I was a dude from the Green Mile, So after a while, I got tired of going to prison. It just was something that was just tiresome. Waking up with bars, seeing, and I know that has nothing to do with you, but if these people get back out and they read, you have a lot of downtime. You start thinking over and over, how can I make a quick dollar? Well, the first thing is to attack this elderly. Let's tell the elderly, like this situation with IRS scam, the situation with you're always thinking, how can I take my money and make a little bit more? Well, you might get a phone call from the guy who's saying that you can get a loan. Well, you'll sit back and you'll say, oh, it seems so simple. Well, you go on the computer and you'll put your information in the computer. Well, you don't know you put your information in the computer. There's cyber guys out here all day long that can go around that computer and can read everything you put on that computer and tell you what your name is, what's your social security number, and next thing you know, you got a house down in Florida. Then how did I get a house in Florida? Because I got a car in my name. Because they steal your identity. I've been involved with so much fraud over my period of life. I've seen it from every level to where I've seen guys make credit cards, I've seen guys make money, I've seen I've been involved with back in the day, and we're old enough to remember that word mob. I was involved with mafia. I was involved with mafia guys where you would think I would be their security. No, I wasn't their security. I was their investor. I was their broker. I had a brain. I was their front man to a concierge, I guess you would consider it, to be smart enough to be organized. But the problem I had was I stood out like a sore thumb. I was 6'5", and I'm in Little Italy. And they looking at me like I should be carrying a gun. But the thing what I was good at was creating ideas. Well, when I looked at myself in the mirror 3 years ago when I got out, and I looked at the gray hairs on my face, I looked at the 3 wonderful sons I had, I looked at all the problems I was taking people through that believed in me. And they kept asking me, don't you get tired? And I always thought I was doing things right, whether I was working for a contractor, whether I was working for a lawyer. I thought I was doing things right, but fraud collaborates in different ways. It comes in so many magnitudes. Like, it's just you can't turn your back from it. And the reason why I got out here and I wanted to speak to the elderly, because a lot of you guys have built a foundation that helps me where I'm at today. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here today. Because you are the village. Your bracket have created the ideas that have kept us wholesome. Because you see where the world is going now. It's going to the drain. It's going to the toilet. These things right now, I know you guys walked in and said, oh my God, I can't believe she said that. Just things you see on TV. They use the words now on TV. You have to almost censor public TV. Because things are more prevalent now that are getting worse. I go every day not thinking of an idea to protect you. I care deeply for my senior citizens. Because without your knowledge, I have no tomorrow. My great-grandma was raised by my great-grandmother. She set values. And I had to learn those values, but I stepped away from them because I felt like I had the answers. Got out here, thought I could make a quick buck, another quick buck, get away with it for a little bit. And all of a sudden, knock, you go to the man in the black suit. You get away with it, you get out, don't do that much time, you get out and try something else again. Well, after a while, when does it get old enough that you can say to yourself, who cares about me? Anybody here has had their identity stolen?
Hasn't I had?
Yes. You've had your identity stolen.
Me too.
You have. How'd you feel about someone? What did the police tell you when they took your identity?
Nobody told me anything, except when I was notified that I had an account with a bank out in Colorado.
But did you enjoy living out of Colorado?
Did I enjoy living there?
You never was in Colorado, but I understand. You had a bank out there. Now, how long did it take for them to clear off your account?
Well, several months.
And just, I know that it taught you to monitor what was important in your life. But did they take it in your credit cards? Are they using those?
I don't know. I have no idea how they got they even had my name wrong. My first name was different from what my name is.
Okay.
But my last name was right, and all my bank account numbers was right, and everything else was right.
Did you ever throw your stuff? You ever put stuff out in the trash?
I trash a bushel of mail.
I can't tell you how, but they can get it a million ways. First of all, number one thing they do now, they go on computers and get your identity. As soon as you put it on that computer, those that are computer savvy, they zap it. You get on that phone, you think you're talking to a rep the whole time. They can have an official phone call. How many of you got the phone call about the grant? You got a grant for $10,000 from the government. When the government didn't give you anything? None of you been affected by the grant law? Okay. Well, that's a good thing. I mean, that's something that's going around a lot too. IRS, you said you had your identity.
No, I thought you said hadn't.
Okay, you hadn't.
Hadn't.
Okay. Well, I speak to so many.
My son did.
No, your son. Okay, that's a good thing. And it took a while.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
But another good thing is, it didn't affect you, but was he able to go to the police
It took them a long time.
See, and that's, I really reason why I say it's a good thing, but it's a bad thing. When you're older, we don't think about, I mean, right now, you can't do things you've done every day. Run around here, you're trying to clear up your identity, you're trying to deal with your health, you're trying to deal with everyday concerns that affect your life. But that's why they attack the elderly, because they know most of the time you're not going to check on these things. It's going to be your children that's looking out for your best interests. And what scares me about how they have scammed, I hate to say it, I've been locked up with these guys. And I'm sitting there in courtroom and I'm feeling like a bad guy. And I'm listening to this guy say, oh, well, you know, Mr. Sam over here, he's ripped off 80 elderly people. And you should see the judge. The judge goes like this, puts his glasses down. That guy would have better off came in there with 14 dead bodies than ripping somebody's identity. Judges don't like that. They hate it because we're all affected by it. And I know every day I create campaigns towards fighting it. I want to change and bring more these type of people, myself, into the organization to teach you how to attack those things. I can tell you about, I have a specialist who specializes in cyber fraud. I created a campaign where I have 6 identity individuals who all have a background in fraud. That's a TV show that I'm working on. And we all call Dream Team Felons of Investigation Service. We're all ex-felons of our specialty in fraud. Mine was homeowners. I was good at homeowners. I was good at presenting the damages for what they were. I could get $100,000 off the damages. That's how good I was. You get that contract to come out to your home. It tells you, oh, you have a leaking roof. You got a leaking pipe. But you know it's been leaking for 2 years. But you tell the insurance company it's been leaking for 2 days. That's fraud. I can teach people every day what not to fall for. But I can't teach you not to fall for it. Because this is an intelligent crowd here, but I have some homes, nursing homes I spoke at where I've had people who, everybody raised their hand when they say I'm a victim of fraud because they allow other family members. Fraud stands for family, relatives, aunts, uncles, daughters. Fraud is affected. It could be a relative that would commit fraud to you. That's number one person attack. I would never want to assume that to you. But if you don't keep your identity close to you, don't share it over the phone. With you guys, I ask you, if you have to make a decision and you have someone run it past someone, that's why I left my documents up there. If you ever have a question about something, feel free to call my office. If I can't give you the answers, I'll research it. I'll get specialists. I deal with the authorities. Because a lot of times when you have your identity stolen, the police officers are so involved with the criminal activities of the physical crimes now, they don't have a unit now. They have cut budgets. So some areas I have to go into, people have no idea what fraud is. They have no idea the level of where fraud is effective. And I want some input. Do anyone have any type of questions regarding fraud?
What was your question?
I'm just curious, do you understand, I was asking you, do you have any input regarding the type of fraud that you feel that you were close to being attacked with, or do you have any idea of things that concern you about the levels of fraud that goes on?
Yes, close to be attacked to. Somebody called me on the phone from Discover Card, and they don't make phone calls. If they want to get in touch with you, they send you a letter.
Yes.
They never call you on the phone. I didn't know that. So this woman was talking broken English, quite well. And she's going on, she knew my mother's name, she knew my name, she knew my social security. No, that's the thing she didn't know. And so she's going on. And then she wanted my social security number. So I said to her, who are you? And she says, from Discover Card. I says, I don't believe you. And I hung up. I called Discover Card. That's when I found out that they never Visa card or any kind, never contact you on the phone. If you contact them, but they don't, they need something, they'll send you a letter. So I changed everything, what I had my mother's name on it, I changed it, I had another card, I changed it. And, everything was okay because I felt like she was a con artist. But if I wouldn't have, who knows what she could have done.
Well, that's awesome, and I appreciate you having that. Number one problem we run across is they have, how do you get your information? That is the truth. They want your social security number. A lot of times they'll have information on it, which some stuff is public record. It's someone that's intangible with them, where they could be the War Department person. I had a person one time was making a driver's license, and she had a scam going on. I had another person that was making social security cards. They had a scam going on, and they would take your social security number. And most people feel when someone calls them up, "Hi, I'm such and such. How let me get your information?" And they can read off the majority of stuff. So all of a sudden, you would let your guard down. Now you don't. But you would let your guard down and just give me it. It was so fruitful to give your social security number over the phone so easily. Well, you know when you go on that computer, that box up top, you have two boxes. You have a low box, you have a high box. Well, the one box up top exposes you to all. If you don't have a virus on there that protects you, it protects. That happens. It opens your window up to someone attacking your identity. And when they attack your identity, they're going to put credit cards. Now, I understand you can put different types, like they have like one of the big companies out there called firewall protectors and different types of identity shields you can buy. But by the time you get a chance, they're inventing, every 3 seconds, they're creating things to get over those walls.
What's a good one to buy?
Well, one of the better ones is Identity Shield, because that protects you up to $1 million. Because if they steal your identity and they put that shield on there, that protects you getting all your assets. While they clean your background up, you still have all your access to other parts. That's a great one. A lot of good firewall protectors. You have Integrity is another good one. There are hundreds, but I also want you to research them because they were getting scammed. You were buying firewalls that was actually walls that were just seeing through your stuff.
Yeah.
So understand this.
There's
If
a virus on.
exactly, if something's too creative, it's been recreated. Just like you see them now, they're putting a dollar bill, they're putting this money. Someone's out there right now learning how to remake this money that we're already remaking. Someone's already creating new ideas. And it's just for me, as being in that type of world, I just keep my nose to the ground. I try to go out here and I want to protect us. I want you to understand the seriousness of fraud. Fraud it's destroying our economy. And I know when you hear the foreign voice, it's not always a foreign voice. You can't always say it's a foreign voice anymore. Scam artist comes with a pretty smile too. And it could be that person at the bank. You go ahead and that teller can drop your information to somebody. They sell you go on the computer, you put your information in. You ever got 5 phone calls? I didn't apply for school. I'm not going back to school.
Yeah, all you need to do is have an accident and you've got all these lawyers.
Yes.
Giving you letters and phone calls and everything.
And that's the sad part. I know a lot of you guys are retired professionals, but the problem is, it's always someone creating other avenues to attack the fraud scams out here. I just want you guys to understand, there's organizations here that are out here to protect you from it. It doesn't cost you any money. It doesn't cost us any time to come out here. I know that Josh has done a great job having me, and people go, "Why do you want to come out and tell?" Because I'm scared to death of what I see, and I've seen. And I've seen good-hearted people like yourself lose everything in a matter of seconds. You go to your bank account, gone. Police can't do anything for you. Money's gone. It's in the wind. If I can help you stop that before it happens, you should always monitor at least every 15 days. Your credit report, you should just check on that every 4 months. Your bank accounts, you should check on that to see if there's any balances off. You should always, if you felt like you had to go to a merchant, check to see if that merchant has any complaints against them for some identity theft. That goes on the internet. You have to watch where you swipe your identity at. They could take it so many different labels out here. I've seen a guy when you swipe it, and this guy, I didn't have him good about 5 years ago. He was actually, when you swipe it, he was getting your numbers. And you never even knew that whole machine was it was actually recreating your card. And I knew the guy. And I knew exactly what he was doing. But I thought because I was minding my own business, I had nothing to do with it. I was part of that crime because you know why? Because I saw him doing it. And if I can't do anything to attack those issues, I'm no better than the person doing it. The police can only do so much. The DAs can only do so much. There's so many great opportunities for us to fight against fraud. I'm attacking it from the criminal aspect. I'm attacking it from the Exfelon. People say, why do you call yourself an ex-con? Who cares? Well, I care. And I'm an ex-con. And I know this is not a Robert Redford movie. I'm not the con man, but I do care about the direction of where fraud is going. And if I don't attack it now, it's going to be devastating. And I just want to ask before I close, do anyone have any questions that they have concerns about?
Well, how safe is our money at the checking account at the banks?
A lot of banks have created a lot of shields to protect it. But again, you got to check it. I would check my account every 15 days.
Every what?
15 days. As much as can, at least within 30. Just to make sure that your balances aren't off.
Now, do we have protection from the bank?
Yeah, well, you're supposed to have overdraft account and shields. I mean, yeah, obviously if somebody goes and robs it, it's insured. But anyone can steal your identity and take the money. Now the bank's supposed to have, they have theft departments that have insurance that protects that. But if you go to that merchant and that merchant uses your card with your authorization on it, you're not protected. So those things are important to know. That knowing what this merchant you go to, I know you guys kind of solicit where you go to, and you kind of watch where you go, but you can be at Fresh Market down the street, and someone up in there could just take it and run your identity. Every day, people are stealing identity every 3 seconds, and you'd be surprised. It could be a nice lady right here, stealing identity. Come in different shapes, sizes, and colors.
How can we get by with not giving our social security number on the phone? But ma'am, it's required.
It's never required. If you're not comfortable with something, you have a right to call the Better Business Bureau, call the Better Business Act, and say, hey, especially bill collectors, they kill me with that. They'll call you up and they'll harass you. I need your social security card because we have a debt here. And no, you don't. No one has a right to ask you for information, even if it's recorded. That recording could never be recorded. That's just intimidation.
Yeah. They always require your social security.
If you call yourself, you're calling somebody yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And they ask and you give the social security, it's okay because you called them, they didn't call you. It's a doctor or
but you know something, let's not be comfortable with that either.
Not either.
Because you can turn around and they're going to hang up and they turn around and call back. And it can be somebody else because they're always monitoring your phone calls too. Scam artists monitor phone calls, they monitor your emails. There are people every day, don't think you are right now, someone's watching everything you do. I'm just being very honest. It's so many. I know guys that come in here, and all they gotta do is just have one of the guns, and they can get every one of your identity from here. Zap. You think you're going on that phone and you're giving information, you're typing on that phone. That phone has a memory chip that goes out and people see it. It's a lot of different ways. With modern technology, they say it's harder to commit fraud. It's easier. It's more accessible. So when the only I'm just asking you, if you have doubt, please contact the Better Business Bureau. Contact any agency. You have my documents up there. I'm going to leave them here. If you have any questions, I'm here for you. If I can't answer that question right then, I will take necessary steps to get in touch with someone. I just want people like yourself to understand the legislature is creating great campaigns. You vote. Get out here and vote. And one thing you should vote for is Amendment Acts on harder penalties on fraud. A lot of these violators, they're becoming, see, I can't make any excuses about what I paid my dues. But when you become you have no courtesy or no calmness of hurting anyone like yourselves, and they can just strip you of everything, and all these years, now y'all live in a beautiful place here. Imagine how many people have had their identity stolen, they can't live here. They had to go live in shelter. That's why I do it. I don't never want to see anyone suffer, not under my watch. So I just thank you today for just coming out, hearing my spill, hearing my honesty. I was going to do Ray Charles for y'all, okay? Riding down, but I thank you every day for paving my way, giving me an opportunity to be a better person out here. Because without my government, I would still be caught up in fraud. And I'm very honored to talk with people. And I thank you for coming out today. Give yourself a hand because I really appreciate your work here. And I thank you for allowing me just to take up your time. Now they got pudding for y'all out there.
Now, on the TV, all these things you like say I'm gonna order some face cream or something.
Yeah.
How safe is it then to call and get your order in and give them a card number?
It's very dangerous because a lot of
What
places.
can you do about it?
What you do is you notify your bank before you place that. You notify your bank, and you let your bank know. I placed this order for $33. I only placed this order for $33. No surcharge, no nothing. And if I know everybody doesn't have recorded devices with them. If you don't feel comfortable, pull your phone. Well, you might not have your cell. Everybody got cell phones these days. We don't even have old phones, but But if you can say, hey, I want your information, notify your bank the next day that if it's at night, you get one of those, workout things or something. Contact your bank the next day and make sure you have exactly what you purchased. So they know. I've seen it happen where they purchase one thing and the bank hit them for like $300. And you say, hold on, I'm gonna pay $30 for this. And the bank didn't give back the money because you didn't have an overdraft protection.
Well, you're not safe doing anything.
No.
How can you be safe at the ATM machines?
Having an Uzi. Having an Uzi. You have a gun. No, how you safe there, honestly? One, I imagine when you go to the bank, you have your children or you have someone with you. Or I just take your time. I've seen people leave them. I could have been paid a few times. I've come behind people and the machine was still open. They walked away, got their money, then walked away. And they didn't close. I'm sitting there like, oh God, oh God, I got $10 in my pocket. Can't do it. I calmly closed it out, got the card, and found out the person wasn't mailed to him. Now that person sitting there, they exposed me. They exposed themselves to a lot of financial hardship. So honestly, the best answer I can give you, go to the ATM machine, take your time. Make sure you got all your stuff. When you go to the ATM machine, have your stuff together. Don't be going there and dropping stuff. That's how most of your identity gets taken too. Take 5 minutes to have an idea, plan it out. I'm going to take $50 out, put it in there, get your $50 out, get $50 with receipt. Make sure you get your receipt because they can get that information too. And just take your time. But to answer your question honestly, just put yourself in a position where you can take your time doing what you need. Any other questions?
I don't know.
I hope I ain't got y'all shaked up here.
You can see just, it's so easy for them to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to trust. You're going to have bank accounts and savings accounts, and you have to order and send a check or that.
Shopping online
And what can you do about it?
Well, you guys all remember when we could sleep on the porch. Can't do that anymore.
Do what?
When we could sleep on the porch.
Yeah.
Never lock a door.
Never lock the door. Well, those days have passed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Out in the backyard.
I'm 6'6". and I still have to watch where I go. All I just tell you is, if you're not comfortable with something, get in touch with. I'm going to try to work with a few more identity companies, promoting commercials and promoting things that help seniors. I just think that right now we're attacking the poison by educating you now. I have about 200 more senior citizen homes I have to speak to, and I want to put them out there though, because if I don't tell you the truth that exists out here, you won't know. You're going to one day make a mistake, and it's going to cost you everything.
But is there somebody in this house that we can go to with a problem like that?
Right over there, Natasha, because she opened the door for me to be here.
Because we don't know that.
Well,
I don't anyway.
I promise you, you call me, I will make time for you. If I can't answer your question like that, I'll call you back within an hour or two.
So I went and asked Crystal a question about the VA. And she should have been able to help me, but no. I'll give you a number that you can call the VA. Well, I called the VA, and I've talked to them, and I got everything. But, you know, you ask for help, and they shrug it off to somebody else.
No, that's the difference with my organization. I don't do it. That's why I said that's Felon cares. I don't want to hear your personal effects on that. I'll put my phone on mute, let you handle your effects. But some people, and I apologize if I'm insulting them, some people don't have the communication knowledge to know who to talk to, what the angles. So what I'll do is I'll bring that person to your doorsteps over the phone so you can feel comfortable. Then I'll remove myself from the phone and say, hey, please let this person feel comfortable with the proper identification that you are this person. I deal with a lot of veterans that don't have the links to go talk to them. So I get on the phone for them. And
we don't have.
Well, Clarence Jackson is here now.
We don't
I'm
have
here for you.
connections.
Well, I'm here for you.
Well,
Okay?
somebody.
So if you have any questions, my information is on that literature. I will always make myself available to talk with you. If I can't help you, I will get the proper people out here that will. I'm sorry. And I think the door opens right now with coming here, sitting down today. You guys giving me an opportunity to sit down and hear your concerns. Because these are things I'm on the politicians' doorsteps. I'm going to be walking around Raleigh with a sign around my neck. Hey, our senior citizens work here too.
Well, see, our kids, most of them know how to get these connections, but we're not connected to our kids.
And you know something, and that's sad.
Yeah.
That's sad for a lot of you, and I understand. They think they got the answer. And you still want to be involved with your money too.
Yeah.
Well, I got this, Mom.
As long as I
I
have
have this.
some.
Just let me do what I do. And you know, why sit back? You know, I understand, and that's the problem I'm gonna cause a lot of. My mom don't need no help. Your mom has had your identity stolen 3 times. I think she needs all the help because you're not doing a good job.
Yeah.
So I'm here. If anything I can do for anyone, I don't close my door. I thank you very much. If y'all have any questions, please pass this information. If you have anyone here, I have a whole stack of flyers over there, and I'll be.
How safe, Mr. Jackson, how
Yes.
safe is it when we, now like, I have a credit card for a couple of, ordering things, and I get billed every month on my bill and pay it in full, write them a check and send it. How safe is that check going through all the hands? And like you come down with a check and pay in the office here for our rent, how safe is that? Your checks.
When I first came here, don't ever do that. Let the bank, you do business with them and the bank. When I first came here, and I paid my monthly payment, I had one hell of a time proving I paid it. Because the person that was in charge didn't mark it down. So right away, my kids and I went to the bank and had the bank, so I never had trouble again.
Yeah, you have proof that you paid it.
Yeah?
That's awesome. I love that's. it's
Never pay them over here. Let the bank take care of it.
Yep. And that's a very good concept that she put out there. I just want everybody to stand up. You have options. Just don't fall for the first one to get out comfortable. I mean, you're not,
Second opinion.
yeah, second opinion. It's just like your health.
Let me
you
get
know.
back to you and give me a number where I can reach you back.
Thank you.
That's
And
what
then-
I always say to people when I get them calls. I'm not gonna give it to them anyway. I say, you know what? I gotta have somebody look at this. Give me a number. And they'll say, well, Missy, we can give you the deal now. We can blah, blah, blah. And you don't get no, they're ready to hang up on you. Give me your number.
I exposed our restroom 3 years ago. First thing they were doing was they were telling us that they had, I played along with it, I went in character with people. I worked with the authorities in Wilmington and put out there that I was gonna meet up with them and get money. And we got them out there, we got them set up, and they were arrested. They were on the news. And they were arrested because, again, they were intimidating so many people. And I've seen people run to the ATM machine and pull out money just to pay people off. And then find out it's a scam. So just be aware what the levels of scams are. And that right there is all you do. I am here. You have my information. Please feel free if I can help in any way. And I thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now we got a lot more to worry about.
As if
Yes.
we didn't have enough.
Gosh.
We have a lot of things to worry about. We have a lot of things to worry about. But you know something? I like the fact of worrying about things that we got control of. Those are the things that I concern myself. The things that we can control. Anything else that we can't control, we get out there. But like you said, you have your concerns, I have my concerns. I'm making sure you got it. But you have my literature, please. I'll never turn my back on someone that wants my help. So please, just thank you, and I appreciate everything you've done. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you.
I will kiss you if your house is open. If not, we'll go hang out someplace else.